The world is loud. People react without thinking, speak without control, and let emotions run their lives. Anger, fear, jealousy, and anxiety pull their strings like invisible chains. And because of that, most people are predictable, reactive, and weak under pressure. But there is a different way to live. To be cold is not to be cruel. To be calculated is not to be evil. It is to be unshakable. A cold and calculated mind does not panic. It does not beg. It does not explode. It observes. It absorbs. It decides. While others lose control, this mind becomes sharper. While others are ruled by emotions, this mind rules itself. This is not about becoming heartless. This is about becoming untouchable. Stoic philosophy was built on this exact principle. You cannot control the world, but you can command your mind. Every emperor, every warrior, every great leader understood this. The calmer you are, the more dangerous you become. Most people react. You will learn to respond. Most people complain. You will learn to calculate. Most people break under pressure. You will learn to stand still like stone. If you want to build a mind that no chaos can shake, this lesson is for you. Now, before we begin, take 1 second and commit. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment this phrase below. I control my mind. That simple action is the first step to becoming cold, calm, and untouchable. Lesson 1. Emotions are tools, not masters. Most people believe their emotions are their identity. If they feel angry, they become anger. If they feel fear, they become fear. If they feel rejected, they crumble. They live like open wounds in a world that constantly touches their pain. The Stoics taught something radically different. You are not your emotions. You experience them, but you do not belong to them. There is a space between what happens and how you respond. That space is where your power lives. Weak minds react immediately. Strong minds pause. Being cold and calculated does not mean killing emotion. It means refusing to obey it. You don't deny what you feel. You observe it. You study it. You let it pass without letting it decide your behavior. Every time you let emotion drive your actions, you lose control of your life. Anger makes you speak words you can't take back. Fear makes you avoid battles you were meant to face. Attachment makes you accept disrespect. This is not strength. This is slavery to impulse. A Stoic mind is built like a fortress. Not everything is allowed in. Not every thought is trusted. Not every feeling is followed. You choose what deserves your energy and what gets ignored. The coldness begins here, when you understand that feeling something does not require acting on it. You don't need to destroy anger. You need to command it. You don't need to erase fear. You need to walk with it without losing form. Strong people are not those who feel nothing. They are the ones who feel deeply and still choose clarity. This is the foundation of a cold and calculated mind. Lesson 2. Silence is dominance. Most people give their power away the second they react. A comment hurts them, so they respond. A message upsets them, so they explain. A tone of voice changes, so they defend themselves. And in that moment, they lose. The Stoic understands one brutal truth. The one who reacts is the one being controlled. Being cold and calculated means choosing silence when others expect noise. It means staying still when others are desperate for drama. It means refusing to show where it hurts. Silence is not weakness. Silence is armor. When you stop reacting, you become unpredictable. People can't read you. They can't pull your strings. They can't control your emotional state with a few words. Most people mistake coldness for arrogance. It's not. It's discipline. It's self-respect. It's the decision to protect your peace instead of performing for an audience that doesn't deserve access to you. You don't owe everyone an explanation. You don't owe every insult your energy. You don't owe every problem your panic. Silence confuses weak minds. They need conflict. They need reaction. They need proof that they affected you. When you give them nothing, They feel powerless. This is calculated stillness. You choose when to speak. You choose when to act. You choose when to move. And because of that, you stop being a target. A cold mind doesn't scream. It doesn't argue. It doesn't chase. It watches. It waits. It controls. Lesson 3. Guard your heart like a fortress. Most people don't suffer because they love. They suffer because they give too much of themselves to people who have earned nothing. They open up too fast. They trust too easily. They build emotional futures with people who live in the present moment only. The Stoics never taught people to be heartless. They taught them to be selective. A cold and calculated mind does not run toward connection. It measures it. It observes patterns, not promises. It believes actions, not words. When you give your heart to someone who is emotionally unstable, inconsistent, or self-centered, you weaken your own foundation, not because love is wrong, but because you handed your peace to someone who doesn't know how to handle it. Being cold is not about becoming distant. It is about becoming intentional. You stop romanticizing potential. You stop chasing people who don't choose you. You stop proving your worth to those who haven't earned your vulnerability. A Stoic does not close the heart. He protects it. There is power in emotional discipline. When you don't give access easily, people feel your value without you saying a word. Your attention becomes rare. Your presence becomes meaningful. The cold mind understands this. Your energy is precious. Your time is limited. Your emotional world is sacred. Not everyone deserves to walk inside it. You don't become colder. You become wiser. You don't lose your feelings. You learn to place them only where they are respected. Lesson 4. You don't need to be understood. One of the greatest weaknesses of the modern mind is the need for validation. People want to be seen, explained, approved, and agreed with. They shape their behavior around how others might interpret them. They soften their truth. They dilute their decisions. They live in performance mode instead of principle. The Stoic does not live this way. A cold and calculated mind does not seek to be understood. It seeks to be aligned with itself. You don't need to explain your silence. You don't need to justify your standards. You don't need to defend your choices. When you constantly try to be understood, you give others authority over your identity. You allow external opinions to shape internal stability. This is the fastest way to lose your center. Strong minds move in silence. They build without applause. They act without explanation, not because they are arrogant, but because they are grounded. Marcus Aurelius never wrote for applause. He wrote for discipline. He governed without begging for approval. He understood that real strength is quiet, composed, and internally directed. The more you try to convince people of who you are, the weaker your presence becomes. The less you explain, the more your actions speak. Cold minds are not loud, they are solid. They don't chase validation, they don't beg for understanding, they don't perform. They live by principle, not by perception. Lesson 5. Think like a strategist, not like a reactor. The difference between a weak mind and a cold, calculated one is not intelligence, it is time. Weak minds move fast, they speak fast, they decide fast, and then they regret fast. Strong minds slow down. They don't rush into emotion, they don't answer immediately, they don't expose their strategy, they don't move without understanding the battlefield. A cold and calculated person lives like they are always playing chess while others are playing checkers. They understand that every word creates a consequence. Every reaction reveals a weakness. Every impulse costs power. Being calculated doesn't mean manipulating people. It means controlling yourself at a level where you are no longer predictable, reactive, or vulnerable. You stop chasing small victories. You stop reacting to small problems. You start thinking long-term. The Stoics lived with this discipline. They asked themselves, is this necessary? Is this useful? Does this serve my long-term character? Impulse gives temporary relief. Strategy gives permanent dominance. While others panic, you observe. While others argue, you measure. While others rush, you remain still. And when you finally move, your actions are precise, not emotional, not desperate, not loud, but intentional. This is the final stage of becoming cold and calculated, not a heart of ice, but a mind of steel. Being cold and calculated is not about becoming empty inside. It is not about losing your humanity. It is about gaining control. Most people spend their lives in emotional chaos. They are dragged by fear, controlled by anger, weakened by attachment, and confused by rejection. They live loudly, desperately, and reactively, and because of that, they never experience true inner peace. A Stoic mind chooses a different path. It chooses discipline over drama. It chooses silence over reaction. It chooses clarity over chaos. When you become cold and calculated, you stop begging to be understood. You stop explaining your value. You stop giving your heart to those who haven't earned it. You stop letting the world decide how you should feel. You don't become distant. You become centered. You don't become cruel. You become unshakable. You don't become heartless. You become sovereign. The strongest people in history were not loud. They were not impulsive. They were calm, controlled, and composed. That same power lives inside you, but it only wakes up when you decide to stop living like a slave to emotion and start living like a master of your mind. Coldness is not the absence of feeling. It is the presence of control, and control is freedom. If you are truly ready to build a mind that cannot be shaken, comment this phrase right now. Cold mind, calm soul, unbreakable will. You dream, and if this message spoke to you, like the video and subscribe to the channel. This is where weak minds end and strong minds are built.